the 6A championship game between the Panthers of Fort Lauderdale-Dillard and the Buccaneers from Daytona Beach Mainland High School. Fails for Mainland, so they don't on Dillard's first shot attempt. Well, it was on Dukes, number 52, the 6'4 senior gets his first personal. One area where Carter does have room for no. Driving through, rejection with a capital R by Vince Carter.
The superlatives. Here he comes in the basket, going up, and Carter.
Cross court, Carter, top of the key, he'll shoot the three, knocks it down.
Drive, and then Carter just goes up and swats it away.
Carter offensive rebound. One bounce, and he puts in the short jumper. Carter has 8.
Not getting to the offensive backboard.
Carter pulls up
and fires it right in. Off the dribble. Little no look. Let's watch him now with the left hand. This time, boom, he looks away. Defense and slide it to Carter wide open under the basket. And Carter
rebound, batted around. Dukes.
Relentless.
Lob pass to Carter. Out on the wing, blocked by Carter. That's
great player. Look at this pass. Just throws it up there. Carter with his back to the basket.
Wilder offensive end, 15-point game. Make it 18. Rebounds, 8 blocked shots. Kept it from ever getting interesting. Unbelievable effort. He didn't get it. He gets that one. And a foul. Vince Carter
with both hands and slams it home.
As the sub awaits the opportunity to check in for him. And he gets it
from all these people here in the Civic Center. Just a tremendous performance by a great high school athlete. Mr. Basketball in the state of Florida. Awfully good-looking young man.
Carolina, 0-6 Cookman. Vince Carter led Mainland High School to the state title as a senior. His mom's a styling in the morning. He got a key to the city. At night, he rocked the city. And alley-oop, mojo to Carter. To Vince. Come on, Vince, don't hurt him. Again, Vince, it's your world, kid. The rest of us just paying rent. I got to see that again. Carter, 6 of 7 from the floor. Player added 12 rebounds. Tar Heel.
Carter at the top, looking for the alley-oop. Nice pass in. Carter. With the passing ability, number 1 of Ed Cota. Break the defense down.
The 5th pick in the 1998 NBA draft. The Golden State Warriors select Vince Carter from the University of North Carolina.
So for the 3rd time, North Carolina has 2 players picked in the top 5 in the NBA draft. Anton Jamison and Vince Carter going back-to-back here in round 1 with picks 4 and 5.
That this crowd wants to see. Vince Carter, who had told Kenny Smith that he has 4 dunks that no one has ever seen.
Hey, there's guys moving back on the sideline, NBA players, when he's coming. I don't understand this. This guy is making everybody move back, and he's going to take off on the free throw line at the beginning now. I'll just lose it right here. I lose it right now, Danny.
All right, here is Vince Carter with his first stop.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home! Let's go home!
Building just exploded.
It's your best dunk ever!
All right, Vince is with Cheryl.
Vince, I'm telling you, a lot of people thinking that might have been the best dunk ever. How'd you feel about it? I feel good. I've done it about 2 or 3 times in my life before that, so I didn't practice. That was a winger. Yeah, it felt good.
All these guys that can really run and jump, they're in awe of what they're seeing.
Weights in the weight room, so he's stitched up in the left hand doing all this.
Oh, it did not. It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Of 98 to win the NBA.com Slam Dunk 2000 championship. Presenting the award to our champion at center court is NBA Commissioner David
the
Stern.
Slam Dunk competition has made its return in a big way. The early line favorite, Vince Carter of the Toronto Raptors, coming through with a sensational performance.
The second quarter here, he had a pass, nobody rotated.
Carter for 3.
I got to do some damage on this guy and get him down. Carter over the top. If a player's shooting well, you just got to live with it. Going to have to start bringing him back. Whoa!
Oh, with a spin to McGrady. Oh!
And there, here's Carter with a screen. 3-pointer on its way. Long rebound, Carter.
Order of play, and they make it difficult to
Gets it to him.
Shoots over. Quickly give Carter a chance to make it happen. And to go back to Carter.
Baseline jumper. Number 15, quick double team. Gugliotta and Kidd knocked away, and then he puts it in.
And we welcome you back. Vince Carter's performance at All-Star Weekend in Oakland 5 years ago brought him worldwide notoriety. Sure, folks knew who he was when he came out of North Carolina and promptly won Rookie of the Year honors as a Raptor, but that slam dunk contest of 2000 was something special. The past few years, however, have brought an assortment of injuries, a trade last month to the Nets, and a whole lot of questions about Carter's will and his competitiveness.
What was your first reaction when you found out that now I'm going to the Nets?
Well, first of all, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. I thought my family was playing a joke on me and everything. And once it was a reality, you just started thinking of, okay, what do they have and how can I fit in? And first thing you think of is Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson.
You speak about Jason Kidd a lot. Have you had a chance to visit with him and talk with him about how he sees you as a player or how you see him as a player? Because you guys have to get along.
Of course, and we do get along. I was fortunate enough to play with him in the Olympics in 2000 and as well as Puerto Rico 2 summers ago, if I'm not mistaken. And so we kind of have an idea and a feel of each other's game. Things have been going so fast lately, and we haven't had the opportunity to actually have a big powwow, just talk for hours and hours. But on occasions, on the bus, in the locker room when we're getting treatment or something, we sit there and talk. As we gain more success, we tend to talk more to create more success.
Traded from Toronto, and why did you want to be traded?
It's one of those things. I look at our team in 2000, and we were right there in the elite groups with the Sixers and the Bucks and everything, and we haven't done as well since. And it's just been a tough road, for me, and it was just time for a new change. When you go home after a loss, you're not happy. But when you go home after a win and you're still just not quite happy, you should enjoy your win. And it just wasn't there anymore, just for whatever reason. There's been so many things, new coaches, new GMs. I've gone through 4 coaches in my 6.5 years in Toronto. So it's always kind of starting over, and it was tough. The team always took a hit, and of course, if the Toronto Raptors take the hit, who's taking the big hit. And I just never felt like that, like it was, we all took a stand together, because it's the Raptors organization, not just Vince.
Again, Alonzo Mourning changing a shot.
This lead of 8, Miami's largest of the game, but talk about large.
Get as strong as anybody in the league.
Kidd for 3, no, Carter! Score the basket, it's a 2, Vince Carter.
Carter to the rim! Carter off the extension.
Carter! 0.5 of a second.
Carter, oh no! 129, 127 in overtime.
One another that the ball is going to move.
Oh my!
Carter with a little icing. He's got to watch from behind.
Look out! Carter, oh!
Like that razzle-dazzle, here it comes for you.
Side, Carter, oh! Skywalker, Vince Carter.
Carter.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
Now that is a highlight. Jefferson on that move.
Vince Carter on the move. Over the top of Alonzo Mourning, who thought he had the dunk block, but Carter able to finish. On the floor. Oh, the spin budget for Kidd. Lob. Carter. Reverse. Vince Carter won the invisible ladder. Carter with 2 seconds. Carter for the win. Got it! In overtime. A three at the buzzer. Down by Collins. Here's the alley. Oh! First. 2-footers. Oh, once again the lob from Kidd to Carter. By Parker finding Carter. Yes.
Backdoor cut.
Inside. Finds Kristich. It's Carter on the razzle-dazzle. 3 seconds. Carter looking for the win. He buries it. Back in Toronto. Carter for downtown for the win. Yes. Oh. Carter pump jumper. Got it. With 10 seconds remaining. Hanging. Well, it's with him. 12 to shoot. Carter. Dribbling wizardry. Quarter. Crossover by Carter. Oh, what a...
Attack the paint. Vince Carter.
Back to Carter. Oh,
top of Alonzo.
Lob inside. Carter. Oh, major elevation. He's got the angle with Kidd. Bank and slam. A designed alley-oop. Good job by Armstrong and Carter.
Crossover, dunks it on.
Carter off the dribble, spin. The former Tar Heel Mark.
Carter on the drive.
Oh, with the right hand.
Jazz went back to the man-to-man.
That pass and had it picked up.
Carter, oh, he hammered it and won.
Kidd to Carter. Oh, look out!
Big foul again. Then the ball from Wizards. Kidd on the stole it.
Here comes Carter. Blake back. Carter going at Marcus Camby. Had a terrific game the other day. Here's one. Carter hanging. No good. And a timeout with 9.6. In Washington, Kidd finds Carter. He's wide open for three.
Really want to do is make sure there's...
Here's Carter. Putting the previous two. He got the drop on it. Here's Carter. Carter again for three. Yes.
Oh, he can put him up in bundles, and that's what you need him to do. But I think
Carter. Now here's the double. Carter draws the foul.
Fighting Vince Carter when he's got the...
Carter for three. Carter. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Jefferson steps back. Starting point guard Antonio Daniels. Carter with...
That one was just pure shooting, Marv, because no one on the Wizards really...
Comes back to Kidd on a back tap. Carter spins.
And it looked as if he thought that ball was going...
Carter from downtown. He is 6 for 10. As the inbounds comes to Carter, goes to the fade.
Nets are fairly efficient after timeouts also.
First round pick back in 2003. Is Kidd open for three? Yes. Carter draws the triple team, so Kidd is open.
Which makes it, you can put a body on him.
Nice play. Guys will have their heads turned, will not expect the pass when the ball is in the hands of a scorer, but Carter points on 13 of 24 shooting. Yes, 7. Robinson is open for three. Robinson from deep in the corner to give the Nets a 80-76 lead.
Wow.
Oh, that was kept up.
Just then, the slap at the ball, not to rebound.
To the step back and hits.
Little fall away, which they prefer him going to the basket.
Jefferson for three. Yes. Carter with the lead. Here's Moore. Letter. Last four, but Carter on the loose ball. The hustle by Carter, a huge play. Here's Carter. Yes. And the foul. Another assist for Jason Kidd off a beautiful foul on Daniels. Whoa. Kidd had the ball, not a 5 on the 24. Robinson for three. Yeah.
Vince Carter is heading home. The Orlando Magic have acquired the Daytona Beach native from the Nets along with Ryan Anderson for Rafer Alston, Tony Batiste, and Courtney Lee. The deal saves New Jersey $16.5 million in salary for the summer of 2010. Vince Carter on heading back to Florida.
That was the shock for me. You know, he said you get traded. I was like, okay, great. And I said, okay, where? And when he told me back home, it's just, you know, it's a dream come true. So, you know, I'm excited and I'm proud, and you know, I'm just ready to represent.
The Orlando Magic. Nice pass. Howard finds Carter.
New Orleans shoots about 21 three-pointers a game.
Here's Carter for three. Yes. Of
Doing it tonight.
Vince Carter back as he gets it to go. Tim Gortat. Carter played by West. Here's Carter with the. Here's Carter open for three in the first half. Carter backs in. Carter scored. This is the Vince Carter, the trade with Nets.
Yeah, this is the most aggressive offense.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Here's Carter open for three. Possessions for the Hornets. Carter got the step on. Carter on a crossover. Trying to defend on Carter. Carter puts a move on, met by Singila, and he's in the NBA in Orlando. Here's Carter again. Carter backing his way, went behind the back from Barnes.
A little bit of everything out here. Double team down low.
Carter backs Collison and scores. I know there's a lot of sympathy. Here's Carter. Final seconds of the third. A long three-pointer. Sore left ankle. Carter, yes! That's a season high for Vince Carter. Yes! 106. It's been 8. Carter putting the move on Posey and scores! The pass ahead. Singila over to help. Carter fires. Yes! Performance. Carter on a fade. Yes!
Net.
He's an 85% free throw shooter.
Yeah, but when you're knocking down jump shots.
And wild one here in Orlando. The Magic coming. Standing ovation.
Carter for another three-point attempt.
Negro, as he talks about Taj Gibson.
Carter 2 minutes and 17 seconds straight before they sub for game out of the playoffs, but a tough schedule.
I've been around a while and I've seen a lot, and being on a team like this excites me. You know, I mean, you know, I can, with so much talent, I can still bring, you know, the other aspects that's needed. They need somebody to get to the basket, get to the free throw line, make plays. You know, I'm more than willing to do so.
Then back about 7 games ago because of matchups, and we see the off-balance shot.
Getting extra 8 in the back because of the wrist.
Another field goal by Carter.
Giving the ball down low to whomever, and this time it's Vince Carter.
Feeling it tonight.
I feel good. It was the first couple of minutes of the first quarter, third quarter were tough. Those first couple of minutes are always tough, and once I got going, I was fine.
The point where you were even telling them to get out in the first quarter, was that to get out?
Yeah. That first time I was like, yeah, I'm dying out here. So they were nice enough to actually take me out. So it's just great to get back out there, and I just want to just play within the flow of the offense and just be myself.
We only got one rookie, so it's got to be the rookie and all the other new guys, okay? Yes. We got mascot trigger. Come on. All right,
do that,
all the new
fellas.
guys. Let's go. Do the mascot trigger. Come on, you can start out. Come on, Pete. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Wait. The fire marshal would not let us put the number of candles on that. Okay. Yeah. They called it. They said it would have been it's a hazard. Okay.
And Williams on the give and give. Delonte West. Carter is able to elude when asked to do that.
Mavs need a good possession here. They get Carter to the basket.
The fake. Here's Carter. Yes!
Carter cut off baseline, fades, hits, it's tight.
Play by Durant, but he's picked off. Here is Carter.
At the net, and to the rim.
Chicago, as Carter lines up a three.
Carter from downtown.
Vince Carter comes away with it. Numbers of Dallas attacks, and Vince Carter does.
Ready for that.
Stolen back though by Carter.
Shot clock to 5. Carter spinning his way in.
At 7. Vince Carter in attack mode. Finishes and is fouled.
Miami picking up a big win.
Rest of the dribble drive. Nice offense here. He sets up Vince Carter.
A lot of fun so far.
Agreed. Inside, Carter.
Staff gains confidence in you and to the game.
He's got to be one of the most underrated guys of the last decade.
Vince Carter with now and again. Carter's going to try. 33% last season, hasn't been to the line this year. Burying the three. Outside, Carter feeling it, continues to feel it. Tearing the drive. Vince Carter. Carter on the drive, and he goes hard in on Hibbert.
Little run last few games. Carter falling away. Gets it to go. Quite found his niche at this level yet.
Vince Carter. Oh!
To be in there for a while.
And confidence. Absolutely. Has obviously grown. As Vince Carter spins and his sub, Ersan Ilyasova has gone in. And now Carter has
the kick to Carter. Off to a big start tonight. 2 more for Vince.
Yeah. Vince Carter. Open 3, rattles it home.
Under the basket to help get that board.
Vince Carter steps in. And he drills the open. Sacramento here on Tuesday, 88-86. Vince Carter on the board.
Carter knocks down the 3. May get his numbers tonight, but he's going to be bruised by the end of it. Vince Carter helped him to feel better overall.
The shot by Price was a 2, but that is in, and it's blocked by Channing Frye. Out to Carter. Yes, sir. Good ball movement. Same spot. Vince Carter. Same result. Draws a double. Finds Vince Carter. He hits another one. Shoot. Vince Carter again for 3, and that's number 5 of the. Vince Carter around Thompson. Dirk screens, Carter curls in the lane, and Carter Wednesday in Dallas. And then the Mavs come back up here on March 19th. Nice pass through traffic into Carter, going to the hoop. 3rd foul on Corey Brewer, Denver's first team foul. Vince Carter cross court, Carter, a little off balance, but still.
Carter on a fade.
Tough shot.
Clock down to 4. Carter steps into Oda, pushed off the block, the pass to Carter. Jason Terry on the move. Vince Carter. Right before the All-Star break, 121-120. There's an answer, Vince Carter. Advantage for Dallas. And Carter, another one. Rubio almost got it. Finally, he goes around in the
game against Memphis. Spin by Carter. Carter comes to the basket.
Carter goes at Steensma.
The Mavs have scored the last 5. Anybody for 8? Yep. Carter teased it up for 3. Bingo. Yes, Carter has a straightaway for 3. Bingo.
Collapsed. Birdman able to clean up.
Vince Carter looking for his first assist. Maybe he'll get it. Nice spin move with 11. Big starts for both of them. Carter gets kicked, launches that one. Oh, I think that was a loss last Wednesday to Orlando. To the basket. Nice finish.
Bragging even.
Down the lane, Vince Carter. This time the reverse. Dallas may have an advantage here. Vince Carter into the paint, and he ties the game. Those possessions at the beginning of the.
Here is Vince Carter with the fall away.
He said he will not make the request and that he wants to stay here and not making the.
Carter will let it fly. 5% shooting for the game. Dallas shooting 42%. That'll go north.
World Peace with the block shot. Hit out to Carter. Hits a 3.
Jones looking for an opening. Kicks it out. Good pass to Carter. And Carter hits a 3. Mahimi and Wright all at the center spot. All have done a nice job. As Carter. Still calling Mike. Stepping in transition. Carter.
Nothing Roddy did wrong. Why he's not in the lineup tonight.
Carter against Gordon Hayward. Ducks and vendors hounding him on the sideline. Got it out of traffic. And here's Carter to the cup.
Well, he has taken the high road, so to speak, so far. And there is Carter. Good fight by Carter in the basket last year. But I'm not so concerned, Mark, about as Vince Carter gets who's checked in. Double team. Carter's feeling it tonight. Here's his three, and he's got it.
Seems like they should have the advantage.
Here is Carter pulling up.
Cross-court pass, Roddy. The elevation to make the catch. And then falling out of bounds, he found Vince Carter. The pitch out. Carter. Bullseye. Helter-skelter possession. But still leads in 3 on the board. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Dribble drive Carter. Reverse. Vince Carter. Here's Carter. Nifty play.
That cleaned up and taken care of. Vince Carter on the take to the basket.
But that's not what he does best. He passes, he plays defense.
For Dallas, they will try and use execution, timing. They can play together, and they'll be just good enough. You see Jason.
That Barnes is checked in for Los Angeles. No Dallas personnel changes. Vince
Carter, the former Magic player for a year and a half. Difficult fall-away shot.
Nights this year for the Mavericks, but better than the last week. Carter from Dirk. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. As we near 4 minutes remaining in the quarter, here is Carter hitting a 3.
Carter, that's 3. Got them all.
Well, with all of that being said, hopefully you're playing well. That's all that's going to matter once this season comes to a close.
Al Davis and Travis Best on the tarmac.
As Carter, offensive unit for Dallas against this, high-powered defensive crew for the Clippers.
Carter scores.
You know, and I wondered about him covering Aldridge out in space as Carter drives again and gets all the way to the cup.
Vince Carter, pull up. Yes.
For the Warriors here. Trying to force the Mavs to shoot outside shots.
The Lakers. Right. It would have been a big part of their run back to trying to defend their title. As Carter connects.
I think that's what everybody wants as a basketball team with an opportunity to make the playoff, is to be in control as Vince Carter knocks down that.
From Dirk, or Patterson guarding Dirk. And here is Carter, swung his arms into butting of the
Going up for the jump shot. Usually it's a player who is left-handed that likes to go left.
Here's Vince Carter hitting a 3. Miami for a short time. Carter with a 3 off the bench for Carlisle's Mavericks. Another 3 by Carter, another hit.
Carter, left corner 3. That's good from Vince Carter. They just played the replay on the big screen as Vince Carter answers the...
Carter steps out, that's a 3. And they climb back into it thanks to their bench. It's one of the most productive benches in the league. Carter underneath. And the Grizzlies. Carter against Haddadi, banks it in.
For the rookie Thompson, 13 in the quarter. Vince floats and down.
And there's Vince Carter in Dallas.
It is Jason Terry, kicks it out to Vince. This is a 3, and that is right down the middle. Carter for 3. Good! Vince Carter.
His defensive, offensive kind of substitutions.
Tie game, but not for long. Vince Carter.
What kind of odds could I have gotten on Sean Marion? Pretty good odds for them.
And nothing else gave them a good player and a body to put on the floor.
Number one, and like you talked about that youth movement, Mark.
Yep. Vince Carter putting up another tough shot. More than anyone else in the NBA. Just hit number 48. Now he finds Carter for the 3. Mahinmi with 9. Carter from Roddy. A 3-ball goes in.
That's a 3-pointer for Vince Carter. Kick out. Carter, the jumper, knocks it down.
To the basket, Carter. Fancy finish, Vince Carter.
Carter against Parsons.
Carter, spin move, scooped it up, got the bounce.
15-6, and then the fact that they have made 6 3-pointers.
And has continued to shoot it well. Oh, Vince Carter.
Carter on the drive. Vince Carter.
Continuity, so they take you strong to the hole.
Carter at Durant. Okay. Will Carter go and cook again? There's nobody at the basket. And there goes Vince. Vince
with 10 to shoot. Goes to the spin. Found Carter underneath for the and 1.
The back in. Nowitzki, Collison to help. Carter the turnaround.
You got Fisher trying to play Carter, so you got to force the double team.
And Carter.
A 2-point advantage. Here's Carter.
There's Vince Carter down the low post area. Seeing if he can draw a double team.
Carter. Oh, what a tough shot. Dallas trying to move quickly. Driving kick. Dirk finds Carter. A 3 goes in. And so it is the Mavericks with a chance to go in front. Dirk curling. driving. Carter again. He splashes it home, and hello lead for the first time since 3:24 to go in the first.
Randolph going strong against Lee. Oh, giving him up here in Memphis.
40, you should not be able to jump there.
Brings the crowd of nearly 17,000 to their feet. It's Dedmon. Wow.
But he can still be amazing with the finish. A little English on that one.
A pitch ahead to Tony Allen. And he... Oh, my baby hung on the rim forever.
Every night, Vince gives this team something.
And you fall in love with his athleticism. He knows how to play the game faster.
Injured that calf in mid-April, right at the end of the season, as Carter spins.
There's Vinsanity revisited momentarily.
Carter. In the way back machine. Carter with a jam. Steal. Carter.
Well, we talked about finishing the quarter strong. And then Vince Carter has been making miraculous shots his entire career. Comes up.
Marcus Gasol. Carter will drive it and slam it. Moving the way back machine for that one. 40-22.
Score and score. Vince, pretty spin move. 360. You gotta be kidding me. Formerly known as Air Canada. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna spin again. Sensational by Vince Carter.
Carter, speaking of Hall of Famers. Really working for their open looks. Carter, speaking of the veteran, the 40-year-old strong. Look at Carter again. Vince. Almost a turnover. Wow! How many feet was that, Jerry? Now they repost Vince. Look at Vince Carter. Vince Carter. Wow, he's feeling it tonight. Carter. Oh, Vince Carter at the buzzer. Carter. Oh, turn the sprinkler systems on. Vince Carter is on fire. Carter backs in on Kyle Korver, overpowers him and scores. Are you sure he's 40? He has been outstanding in this game. Carter, little shake and bake. Why not?
Evans. 27 hearts beat.
Especially early on for everybody to get used to. Carter hits the jumper. It's Carter's smooth stroke. Atlanta just 2 of 12 from 3 as Carter pours in that one and then turns with something to say to the fan.
The entire Atlanta roster combined. So you make a mistake defensively, you don't come over the top.
Carter, a deep one. Oh! He's feeling it. Carter, another deep one, and another hit. Vince Carter putting on a show Here at the Gordon. File that under that category.
Yes. And the Knicks defense is certainly helping in that cross.
Carter will try again. Oh! Vince Carter with another one.
He is revisiting Vinsanity, and the guy paying the price for it is Julius Randle. Vince fading away.
Ntilikina, a confident stroke, but perhaps a bit ill-advised. Carter waits, takes, and hits. Vince Carter delivers.
Shot, particularly not when we're on Broadway. Vinsanity's been in.
And they have had a lot of injuries. Carter spins it in. 11 away. Vince against Green. Couple of Tar Heels going at it. And it drops.
Oh, that's again, just a solid post up.
That mid-post you were talking about.
I mean, just good, solid basketball because you getting these little grind out twos, but they all count.
How about a three? Yeah!
There it is. Look at Vince right here. Nice pump fake to free up this shot. Bottoms.
Toronto in the summertime. Born in St. Lucia, but reared in Canada. There's a three for Vince. He's 3 away. Trae Young gives it. Vince fires. No good. Herter gets it back to him, and Vince dunks it for 25,000. Welcome to the pantheon of the greatest scorers in NBA history.
No room in the paint. Knocked away, but into the hands of.
My guest is one of the best dunkers of all time. Make that the best dunker of all time. His dunk over Frederick Weiss remains one of the greatest moments of my life. He's played 19 seasons in the NBA, made 8 All-Star teams, and has no plans of slowing down, even at age 40. Vince Carter joins us in studio right now, courtesy of Verizon, which we'll get to in just a second. But Vince, first of all, welcome to the show, man. And it's the NBA draft. I mean, it's been a long time since you were a part of that process.
About 19 years or so, right?
19 years exactly, right? What goes through your mind every year around this time?
I mean, I briefly think about it. I'm so far removed from it, but at the same time, you think of this. This is where it all started. You know, the butterflies, but yet excited. Trying to figure out where's your next destination. Where's this opportunity of being in the draft, experiencing the draft? Where's it going to take me, and where do I land from there?
Now, there's always trade rumors circling this time of year. There's a chance that some of these draft picks don't end up playing for the teams that take them. As someone who was part of a draft day trade, what do you do to mentally prepare yourself for something like that?
Well, for me, I didn't know how to prepare for it because I didn't know I was going to be traded at that time. And it's always the guessing game. You hear about it, and all you can do is just be prepared for it. And your options. My agent at the time had me prepared for it. He's like, okay, we think we're going, because that's all it is. It's just like a guessing game as far as, I mean, if you're the number 1 pick or the top 3 and it's pretty much guaranteed, you're guaranteed. After that, it's kind of like a guessing game. And for me, I was projected anywhere from 3 pick, which was Denver, down to the 8th pick, which I think was Sacramento.
It's okay if you don't have that exact.
But I was somewhere in there. So. But we felt like we were projected somewhere in the 3 and 5 range. So that was Denver, Toronto, Golden State. And once Antoine was drafted, as they go down, of course, because Mark's off the list. So once Antoine was drafted to Toronto, we kind of figured, okay, what we were hearing more and more, obviously your agent's on the phone constantly throughout the draft, we're here at Golden State. And, of course, Golden State. And once I get up there, put that hat on, David Stern says, wait 1 second, there's about to be a trade. He didn't tell me, which I wish he did. He didn't tell me I was about to be the one traded, but at the same time, it was just an experience. I was introduced to the business of basketball immediately. You work your life to kind of get into the NBA and play, and it's all about NBA, the game. It's the other side of the game that you kind of have to understand and learn as well, and I was introduced to that immediately.
And that was before the Twitter and social media explosion,
100%.
So you couldn't check your trade before it actually went down.
No.
You found out live at the moment.
Right.
Let's have some fun with that draft. Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, yourself, the big players. Let's say it was redone. Who are the Clippers taking number 1 overall?
Better take me. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if you're looking at it now, Dirk would probably be the first pick. I mean, look at what he's accomplished. Paul is a possibility at 2. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of guys. It just we can only speculate because it's all of needs, what guys need, what the teams need. But as far as ability and what they've done, that guy Dirk Nowitzki has been unbelievable.
He even has a patented move, that one-legged fadeaway.
Absolutely.
Nobody can do your patented moves, you know, jumping in and sticking your elbow in the rim and all that.
Shoot, nowadays, these guys some of those guys can do it. I don't know if they're gonna, you know, if they. Oh well, yeah. There's a couple of them. I'll give a couple of them.
Can you still do it?
Probably not like back then.
Well,
no.
yeah, I mean,
there's a few of them I could do.
You do hold the honor of being the oldest statesman of the NBA right now. I mean,
I'm okay with that.
It's pretty crazy that you're the oldest player in the NBA. You seem to be feeling as good as ever. In April, you said to Real GM, I said to myself, I want to play 15 years. I don't know where I got that from. And then I got to 15 years and I kept going. I never capped it, but at the same time, I've had a lot of players remind me of things I've said. I'm still saying 2 more years and I'm done. You seem pretty happy with your time in Memphis. Are you expecting to spend the final years of your career there?
As a free agent, you kind of never know, especially an older free agent. You never know where you land, but my time in Memphis has been great. I've accomplished a lot. I've played with some great players. Watching Mike Conley flourish into the player that he is today, playing with Marc Gasol, who's really transcended the 5-man position as far as a big man at 7 feet, 7'1", who can shoot the 3-point shot. So I definitely wouldn't mind going back to Memphis. I've talked with Fizdale multiple times about my feelings for Memphis and the team and being there. So we're definitely going to talk and see what happens. You know, hopefully we can work it out where I stay. You know, I'm a guy. I believe in comfort, and I'm very comfortable there. I've established a lot. Worked with some great guys. You know, when you come to work and you enjoy going to work with the guys, why change that? You know, regardless of all the other opportunities that's out there and what's been said. You know, I definitely want to hear what Memphis has to say first.
You know, I think that's an interesting perspective that some regular fans don't relate to because for whatever reason they don't see your guys' jobs as your regular jobs that you're going to work day to day. So those environments really contribute to that.
Right.
Now, a lot of guys at the end of their careers tend to ring chase or what have you, however you want to phrase it. We just saw David West go to Golden State. Is that something you'd consider right now at this point in your career, jumping onto a super team per se?
It's tough when you say ring chase. Like I say, I consider ring chasing, you know, this is just my opinion, when I'm the one calling these teams and saying, hey, please, if you have an available spot, I would love to play on your team, whether I play or not. I consider that ring chasing, just being on the team where you're just there but not contributing. I want to play. I want to be on a team where I can contribute and do for my team, more so than just sit on the bench and just be a part of all the wins, all the losses, and hopefully a championship. So, you know, for me, I think ring chasing is not, you know, that's not my thing. I'm not going to call a team and I don't want to use the word beg, but you know, see if I can play for their team just to be on their team. So, so with that being said, no ring chasing, but I'm all about opportunity. You know, I will be a free agent if things don't work out in Memphis for some reason. Other teams will have to call. I have to find somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you've had a great later career, and you saw an increase in minutes this past season, even with the Grizzlies, but not the level it was earlier in your career, obviously. It's been tough for some superstars to make the transition to role players, have their roles reduced a little bit. And you're a guy I point to as one of the best examples of that. How exactly did you make that transition from being the man to being a cog, but a productive one?
You know, it's about understanding your role, and when you're coming to the NBA as a rookie and you're drafted, you understand who you are and you figure out your way, whatever that may be. And I think for me, accepting my new role, I was looking at the bigger picture. I still wanted to play the game. How can I stay in this league? And I did my homework. I watched the Vinnie Johnsons of the world, the Manu Ginobili's of the world, the Jason Terrys of the world. These guys who are great 6 men who should have been and could have been starters anywhere in the NBA, but they incorporated their game into their style as 6 men. And I think I incorporated who I am as a player into that role, and it's worked out for me.
And despite being near the end of your career, you said you feel great. What is it exactly that you do to get that working at this age? Because we all know it's not the same, right? I played pickup basketball. I can't walk for a few days.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, just first of all, consistency on taking care of your body. I stretch a lot. You know, I put in a lot. There's me stretching right there. But I stretch as much as possible. I mean, checking in the game, before and after the game. I lift weights after the game. You know, I watch what I eat somewhat, but you know, I've been blessed in that aspect. But more importantly, I've learned over the years what works for me, and I've incorporated routine, and I'm consistent with it, because that's the only way you survive at that age. You know, when you take, like you say, you play pickup ball and you take time off, your body gets laxed. Then you try to say, hey, let's go. You think you're young. You can't do that. So it takes a lot of consistency, and I've been able to do that.
Yeah, I need to do a little more yoga, I guess.
Hey, simple stretching even will help you. Believe it or not, I stretch at night before I go to sleep, and it's nothing, you know, major. I don't have this, you know, exclusive or outlandish stretch. I mean, it's real simple stretches just to kind of keep the body loose, and I kind of do a little stretching in the morning. You know, those things help.
You know, you might pull your neck muscle or something, twisting your head, doing a double take at some of these contracts that get handed out nowadays. And Dwayne Wade had tweeted the other day that his production really justifies his contract regardless of his age. Now, you made about $159 million, I believe, in your NBA career, give or take. Yeah. And you're Mike Conley. I mean, he just is making that on one contract. Do you ever sort of scratch your head at some of the contracts that are getting doled out now?
It's just the way of the world, the way of the league right now. The players, the market is calling for big contracts right now, and it's a great opportunity for these guys. I mean, I told my mom once Mike signed, I said, "Man, you had me a little too soon." So, but it's still great to be a part of. I mean, even guys now, you look at the minimum contract, what guys are making now, and let's say 10 years ago, still a great opportunity. So I'm blessed to still be around, and just, hey, I don't mind taking the scraps right now.
And the NBA offseason has become such a big spectacle in and of itself. I mean, we cover everything. Sure. LeBron James shaved his head. He's now part of your club.
How about that? You know, when it's time, it's time. I realized that a long time ago. You know, Ray, there's a lot of us who tried to hold on for a long time, and I guess LeBron said, it's time.
You know,
good for him.
It's time to ask you about you and Dirk being the only guys still around from that draft class now. Have you guys had any personal bets? I mean, you finally outlasted Paul Pierce. Who's going to make it the longest?
You know, it's funny. We did, when we were teammates, we were talking about who's going to last longer. I always told him I would last longer because I didn't think Dirk could move. But I tell you what, man, he makes it work. And from what I heard, he'll probably do a year or two. I say I'm going to outlast him, though.
So it's going to be a while before we see you guys in that Ice Cube League?
Yeah, it'll be a while. Absolutely. At least 2 years for me, and from what I hear, Dirk, but yeah, it'll be a while.
Now, we'll see you tonight, of course, the NBA draft with Verizon. You guys have a cool thing going on for fans who attend the draft at Barclays Center. Tell us what's going on with you and Verizon.
Hey, you know, I have this cool phone case here. Let's zoom it in. Well, right here. Oh, right there. There we go. This is the actual basketball here. Verizon is providing their customers who unlimited plan. Check it out. That's the basketball.
Oh yeah,
that's the real thing.
It's got the grip.
I actually scored a point with that ball that they ripped up.
Oh yeah, is it
oh, I like to think so, at least.
A good case? Could I dunk it through and it would survive?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's very durable. The NBA ball has lasted for a long time, so it's very doable. But I think it's something just to add some fun to the draft tonight. So for those Verizon fans, come on out. I'll be there, shaking hands, taking pictures, and those Verizon customers will get a free one. And for those who are not on Verizon, they can sign up right there, meet Vince, and get a free case as well. First, I didn't want to hear it. I was just like, just let me go back to the locker room. Because I was like, we still have some more games to play at. 1 to 2 weeks is here, but you never know. So I was just like, hey, whatever. Coach was like, he gave me that look. And I was like, you know what the heck, let's go do it. So I'm glad I did. It was just fun. It's like I say, if it ended today, And this day, this end of the season, these last 16 games will be talked about for a very long time. And that's something I'll always remember. At least I scored my last basket, and there'll be a weird but cool memory.
Is this moment surreal for you? Like, just looking back at playing in college to today, just to have it end like this?
Today, yeah, it is. It's a weird way to say I'm calling it a career. It really is. I mean, you're used to, you don't have any more games left. Instead, I technically have what I would consider eligibility. I have 15 games left, technically. But if not, I'm one with it. And it's just, like I say, it's just weird. As we were kind of being briefed on everything, what's going on, what you guys have been seeing all the second half. I just sit there and like, it's just, all right, this is it, like that. It ended like that, So probably tonight I was reflecting like, golly, it's just weird. I didn't foresee, I went from the hesitation of starting the season and going through the season to not really saying the word retirement to, having a conversation with Kobe gave me the confidence and comfort to talk about retirement to this point where the season's over, when in my mind I know there's 15 games left, but we're not sure yet. So it's cool though. It's basketball has been good to me. I've enjoyed each and every moment of it, good and bad. So if this is it, it's all good. At least I made my last basket. I've known Kobe since he was 15 years old, and I was 16. Playing AAU basketball, and we go through 18 years of competing and talking junk and about to fight each other and congratulating each other and hating each other, enjoying each other in 18 years. And it's tough to pick one. And I don't want to disappoint you when I come up with one, but I mean, one of the ones is, I think, playing against him for the last time. I want to say in Memphis, our last battle. Just remember talking with him during and after, because we didn't have a lot of conversation during the game often, and if it wasn't friendly, even though we played against each other, and that's what I enjoyed, and that's just what it was. But I think. Just talking to him and just, I remember asking him, was he ready to retire? He's like, he's ready, and I was like, how are you going to handle it? After 20 years of doing something, how do you handle it? He's like, I'll be okay. He's ready, and he said he's going to figure out. Move forward to when we had a conversation in New Jersey after the game, kind of revert back to that conversation, and I was like, how is it? He's like, he was the happiest he's been, and getting the opportunity to see his girls grow up, helping his daughter figure out the game and understanding how he understood it, and you can see that in her game at a young age. And the next thing we talked about was, he asked me if I was ready. And it was if I was ready to handle it. I was just, I'm back and forth with it all the time. And he's like, you'll enjoy it. It's peaceful. And he said that's when he said he was at his happiest. And he said, we'll connect soon and we'll talk about it. And how the steps that he went through to be at his happiest. And comfortable with retiring, obviously. And and the last thing we talked about is that we were going to continue to do whatever it took to the best of our abilities to take care of our daughters in whatever they want to do and support them because of the stage and the icon that he is. He's able to put all that aside to give her the attention, or them, all of his daughters, but Gigi in particular, the attention she needed to become the basketball player that you wanted to become. So, you know, it was crushing to me, you know, and I know Trey will come up and he has his stories, and everybody kind of has their stories, but 26 years of knowing that guy, and to find out in our team meeting, and it just blurted it out. I was like, you know, our meetings are done. I was like, am I reading what I'm reading? And you know, you go through the 20 years of Kobe's career, and you think of how many people in the world hated Kobe because of how great he was. And you get to that last game when he scored 60-something points, and everybody was like, I love Kobe Bryant, just because, I mean, it's amazing what he did, his final game. And I think the world grew to love him even more after retirement because of the love he started to show different people. I'm talking about kids in college, Trey, obviously his last tweet to LeBron, just his interactions, and you can see a man who was such a fierce competitor at peace when he was sitting there, when he sits there courtside now, because it's not the Mamba competing against whoever. It's dad teaching his daughter the ins and outs of the game and how he sees it and how she can learn to break the game down. That's what I saw, and I think that's what a lot of people can see, and I think that's where it catches the basketball world off guard more than anything, because we all saw it. And for those of us who played against him, who knew him, I think that's what kind of is gut-wrenching more than anything, because of his happiness, because of that conversation I had with him telling me, he's like, I'm at peace, I'm happy, I'm at my happiest. All these championships he's won, MVPs, 81, he was at his happiest in retirement. So it made me feel good to look forward to retirement, just hearing that, and that's where that conversation was. And I was asked that question before, have I reached out to guys and who are retired, like, you know, and I hadn't done that. There's a few people that I'd planned on, you know, like Kobe, and that was kind of the last conversation, you know, right before we gave a hug and love you, brother, see you soon.
Michael Jordan played when he was 40. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played when he was 40. Vince Carter is out there playing when he's 42.
Still, yeah, I mean,
do you guys think, maybe I could still go back out there and do it?
No, I played one pickup game. It was hurting, you know. I tried at the house Monday. I was playing, hurting. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know, if I wanted to, I could. I don't want to.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
The love is gone.
If I wanted to, I could. You know, you diet. You know, you got to really obsess about it. You can do it with the technology, nutrition, studies, all the things that you have now. You can certainly do it. I just don't want to. I mean, Vince is out there windmilling, man. It's like, I think he should enter the dunk contest.
Man, come on, don't get on that with her, bro.
Seriously, I mean, he'd be 42-year-old dunk contest champion.
Bro.
Come on, man. How amazing?
Now you trying to say here's Achilles?
Oh, hold on. This guy was doing stuff back in the day. These kids still can't do to this day.
No.
Thank you. Can you look at the camera and tell him? Because Vince told me the other day he wasn't going to do it.
He should. You should.
Man,
you win another one. Have you seen the dunk contest these last few years?
You know what I thought about? Because I know he participated in, what was it, 97 dunk contest?
Yep.
And we had the lockout, what, the next year?
Yep.
You and Vince, you think you would have got in there?
No.
Why?
No, I will enter into things that I know I can win.
See, that's why I want to get in.
Nope.
My exact answer is like, why?
I'm not going to have Vince Carter beat me. It's not going to happen.
So these two guys,
yep.
Now that you're sitting here, 40 years old, 39 years old, you look back on all of this. Is there anything you'd tell these guys before we go?
Yeah, in this day and age, we should try to figure out a way to trade and play with each other.
Yeah, you're right. For real. Like,
That's what we should have done.
We should have been talking about that at that age right there, man. How can we get on the same team?
Yeah, that would have been fun.
When Vince Carter, a great player, has a great night like that, is there a certain level of acknowledgement that, you know, hey, I mean, that's bound to happen, or do you still say our defense could have done different things?
I mean, he made some bombs. You know, listen, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason. I mean, let's not take that for granted. And once he got going, couldn't slow him down.
Michael, move over. Somebody's coming to get your best dunk ever.
How would you do in a dunk contest with Vince Carter today?
Oh, I'm 37 years old. I think he'll have the advantage. But if you talk about when I was younger, I think we can have a really good competition.
I'm referring to when you were younger.
I think it would be fun. I think the fans would certainly get entertained. It doesn't matter who wins because you're going to see creativity at its best,